Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
Rakan, new player to this roster this year, he's going to have a lot of pressure on him, especially against... Okay, every lane is actually pushing right now. It's not the best situation for a jungler. He gets one of those scuttle crabs, and he's not falling behind at the first early opportunity, but he's not bot lane now for a dive, potentially.
Trying to shield the early dive. Nalio just turns up a little bit later, looking for the double grasping route. Alvaro takes a lot of turret aggro, but it doesn't matter. Super claims first blood.
BDS left alone under their tower. 113 went for a top scuttle, and MKOI went towards the kills. It's onto the Kalista as well.
A bit of a chunk and gets a solid one onto Jojo. All the while, 113 start up the dragon, but Mewin and Elio are coming over. Oh! 113 now slowed down. Nice move up from MKOI looking for the lane pressure, but here comes Alvaro from behind onto Nuke, who's going to go down. Jojo slides on in and claims the kill.
I don't think BDS expected
Movistar
these aggressive opportunities. And just as we were saying, Movistar are a fast team. Alvaro has been involved in both of the kills so far. Walks up too far, loses his life.
Getting a second kill after is rough, and now we're looking at potential double shattering strike. Alvaro gets a huge moment. The Stranglethorns after, and BDS bot lane is being taken to the cleaners. 3 kills on this Kalista.
Every one of these kills in the fight.
Really?
It is. So says the screen in front of me. So whoever read that on there, I'm going to trust them. And yeah, I mean, it does unlock a reset composition. Can they get something here? He's in the middle of a fight.
Good chunk on Delioyo, who's very low, throws down the Stranglethorns, gets a big knock-up, trying to get away, doesn't quite have the flash. 1 for 1 right now. Paris shuffled away by Jojo, looking to get an auto or 2 more down, can't get to the blast cone. And Jojo picks up another nuke, desperately low to boot it all off. Character Mewin says, actually, I want an action sequence too. Super, summons the Fate's Call. Alvaro goes for a crash down on top of 2. 113 is around, teleports continue to fly as MKOI want to really force this, and a rend comes on out, and down goes Ice, melted in front of our eyes.
Oh, you can tell that's super. That poor Yordle's Rufflecopter goes down for the 3rd death of the game, combined between Ice and Paris in 10 minutes. They have died 5 times. It all really started, it felt like, from that early clear, leaving them alone for a dive. Yoi's going to go and scoop up these grubs. 113 might be able to get a smite steal, but Alvaro is warding him away. 6 grubs to Movistar Koi. They get themselves the feats of strength in terms of the kills too. They are, with this, unlocking the full set of them. Upgraded boots earned by Movistar Koi.
Link together with Jojo this time around. 113 will try and take out the Dragon Lord this side to at least get something, but it is a very small silver lining, as that is going to be first turret as well.
Yeah, 6 grubs on Azir, who's pushing lanes, on Kalista, on the Cassandra. Mirrors catch someone out, but actually, if you're doing it in bot lane, I think they've been sniffed out just a bit. Movistar Koi really on it today. Everyone's going on to him.
Into the public execution. Alvaro's going to try and buy some time, but there's a shuffle to get Jojo out to safety. Stranglethorns comes down. Paris now in danger. They have to back away. There is a teleport. Super's here as well. Huge W as Mewin goes all out. 113 will claim Jojo finally, but I think the damage is done. Hang on. Flash away. Double for 113. There's something coming back. Can look to steal another body. I don't think he's going to have quite enough to hop anymore.
So finals in winter, and they went through BDS to do it. BDS, they had a decent result. I think they finished 2nd, in that regular split, and then, of course, fell at the hands of this team on the blue side today. They've got a little bit of a history when it comes to those playoffs, and Movistar Koi starting off well today. Herald started off BDS not being allowed into the river, and that's a bit of a problem. They don't even have that much range to play around, which they'd normally draft.
They have got the 1 ward in the banana bush, though, which is making a little bit more of an information, or giving them a little more information they might have otherwise. Doesn't stop the Herald going down, though, and BDS kind of just awkwardly looking. Now Mewin on a flank is making the retreat through a bit of an awkward path here.
A little bit. Mewin still spoiling a little bit for a fight. Everyone wants up here, 5v5 in the middle of the map. What's Mewin doing here?
It's a bit of a chunk, and that's a great route from the side of Elioy. Forces a flash and an ult out from 113.
So Movistar Koi in this series of play, get the Herald, use that to push mid, go down towards the Dragon. They don't immediately rush towards the Dragon. I think that's a good thing for them. And BDS, they haven't really had much chance to cross up. They're teleporting now to a side lane, which to me feels a little bit late. They've not really managed to get anything away from the objectives that MKOI are starting to watch that later in the game. Maybe you'll see the burn applying afterwards. Either way, a bit more tanky, makes it much harder to get the resets. Bit of a brush bait.
Nice push bait. It's onto the backline. Super and Elioya caught out. Huge play from BDS. Can they finish the job, though? As 113's gone in and not really got the reset they were looking for. Only find 1 for 1. Movistar Koi defend well enough. Go on towards the Atakan, sticking it full of spears currently. Again, you are now into a position where even if you contest, it's not even with the Kalista end, and 113 caught out trying to find an angle to come in and see what's happening at Atakan, and just another ultimate down, and BDS, it feels like they just don't have anything left to try.
Well, Paris is currently off vision. He might try something here.
Tries to go in, and there's the public execution after they get a withdrawal. But then the turnaround begins to come on through. The Stranglethorns are there. Fate's Call used a double kill to Elioya, and they keep trading back. There's another withdrawal down at least, but that's not as easy as you want as Super. It's just untouched, just stuck Irrelevant full of quite a few spears. And he'll back away to make sure he's out of range of the Rend.
Credit to Paris for looking for something. Ends up being a 2-for-2 with kills to withdrawals, so even then it's tilted in favor of Movistar Koi. They use the 6 scrubs to take down an inner turret, and the train just keeps on. Well, you've got Mirwin, who's significantly far ahead of the Ambassador as well. Credit to Mirwin. His last couple of Ws forward to get that shunt into the Q3 have been very dangerous. BDS had to respect that an awful lot. Super center of this composition on the Kalista, getting another objective. They are currently one objective, that one dragon, which went over to BDS, away from a full house. Little feat for yourself. But yeah, with the Merc Treads, back to the serious part of it. But the Merc Treads does make him a little bit more defensible. Really trying to play around vision here on BDS, but his nuke just caught out.
The killer bunny rabbit with the sharp pointy teeth is eating a holy hand grenade of Antioch this time around. Nuke is about to be nuked, you think, but actually managed to walk away. The Ambassador goes in, and Paris tried to buy some time. Look at Jojo on the flank, looking for an angle, gets a few with the Emperor's Divide. Descending from the north of Canada into Europe to find a few here in his first match in playoffs. All out goes Mirwin, and Irrelevant is just that in this game.
Looks like all the BDS cores, some BDS have been resorting to the vision plays, and it just hasn't worked for them. It's going to be Baron started up by Movistar Koi, and it's very likely going to be finished by them as well. Very clean game from Movistar Koi here in game 1 against BDS.
They are 10,000 gold up. They're about to pick up a Baron, and BDS, it is a miracle or next game, I think, is all they've got.
I mean, I'm not going to criticize BDS for trying. Like, once again, Barris is in a brush. They're doing the same thing over and over. It's got to work at some point, right?
Here goes Paris and 1-1-3 into the backline onto Jojo, who might be the target, but he's so damn tanky, he gets to slide away. You can't blame them for looking. There's just not enough in the back pockets. Their weapons are just rusted and not dangerous enough to get through all of the armor, all of the health, and all of the turnaround punches the Movistar Koi keep throwing.
No, they don't. So that one's a little bit difficult. The bunny will have to hop their way towards the fight from a different angle, and now suddenly BDS, they are caught out against the wall again, and now Luke's have to teleport into the middle of the team.
Super flashes away as Paris desperately tries to find a quickness, doesn't quite find it. They lose Nuke, he's dead already, so is the top laner. Irrelevant now, 1-1-3, and Paris fleeing into Movistar Koi's jungle. There is nowhere you can run that you'll be not pinned to the ground by Super on this Kalista, who is using that Marshall poise to continue to hunt for this Viego, who's desperately trying to run away, but at this point, he's got a yakety sax and a dream. It doesn't really matter. The soul is significantly more important. He will get to reset, but that's all you can say, because Movistar Koi are shoving to break the base.
Nuke, the middle of the team is not a flank. That's not the ward you want. Flies into the middle of the team, has damage, but not able to use any of it. And with the 6 grubs as well, you get the support on the top lane, able to shred through towers on their own. Super is left to do the dragon on his own. He's allowed to go out and have his own curfew now. The rest of the team will pick him up later. 2 inhibs down from 2 lane pushes, get a dragon and a hexgate back out to the rest of...
BDS have been shell-shocked.
It really has ever been since that laning phase from that Kalista. I think it's got so difficult. Jojo! What a sweep.
Taken out by Jojo. Goes looking for another. 3-1-10 now.
Turns out you can't play the vision bait if you don't have an engager to sit there. You're dead. You can't look for that one again. And now with that pick, they might just look towards the Nexus itself. There's a teleport back to the turrets from Irrelevant, who sadly, I don't think I've ever mentioned him. Besides that, this game, he's not had anything to do. Movistar Koi moving towards the turrets.
Looking to end the game. Movistar Koi hop on forwards, and BDS are going to throw one last gasp. But it is just their last breath before Movistar Koi put them out of their misery. It has been a shellacking. They have destroyed this game from the early tower dive, from the early 2v2 damage, and they've not looked back. Taking a fair amount of damage shoving through these turrets, though. They've got Hex Soul and a Dream, and the Nexus likely still falls. Movistar Koi going to play with their food a little before ending it all.
An aperitif for the series. First game of Fearless down. Movistar Koi, this was not close. BDS back to the drawing board.
Credit over there just before the end of the game to Alvaro. He was 23 out of 24 kill participation. We'd highlighted him early, and he